Okay, looks like we're set to go here. Good morning, everyone. This is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I just realized it would be helpful if I put this out here for you. Sorry about that. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and if you do not have one of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net. You'll see more about me there. You can see our products. You can place an order. You could sign up to be part of my team. You can also sign up to have a workshop where you can have family and friends come and you can make some projects together. Any questions, anything I can help you with, please reach out to me here. Okay. Now, last week I was showing you, we were doing things with Seasons of Chic, or the Texture Chic suite. And here I had one other card and I couldn't find it. It's here somewhere. But here's at least some of the cards that we worked on last week. Okay, just a little reminder. Okay, I didn't get to do my fun fold last week, and I thought this week and next week are both very hectic for me. This is probably this week for sure. This is the only video I'm doing this week because I've got my daughter's a wedding coming up. We got lots of things we got to do getting ready for that. And then next week, if possible, I will do one on Tuesday. We're going to go and move her from where she's at now. But so next week, if I get to do it, it'll be just Tuesday also. So I thought rather than start something new, since I didn't get to do a fun fold last week, I would do a fun fold today. And this is a double Z fold. So when you look at it, they can sit up like that. Especially this one, it's okay. And I'm going to show you how to do this. I realized I hadn't really done one of these, or if I have it so long ago, I had to look up and get some measurements from someone to make sure I was getting it correct. Because when I just tried to do something on my own, I wasn't quite getting there. But this is this paper here, that's front and back, okay, of that paper. Let me just see here. I have it right here. Do I? Yes. See, that's one side and that's the other side. So I put this side here and the glitzier side I put on the part in front. Okay. So, and these are called gilded gems. They unfortunately have been retired, but I didn't really have a lot of gold to use, so I'm just decided I have some left, and so I'm just pulling from my stash. And just something to say to you too, it's good, it's fine to use stuff from your stash. You don't always have to have the newest, the greatest, whatever. All right, and then these I just were some die cuts using the paper. This is Pool Party, so there are a couple Pool Parties and one out of the Distress Gold that they have. I think that's what they called it. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. And I did put, just kind of see here where it will show up here. Wow. I may have to move that, but let me think. If I move it over here, maybe, because that might be a little more out of my way, but just so you can see. All right, so I think I will start. I have two here. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how I just made the one that I just did. I'm going to use different paper, it can be a different color, but just to show you how I did that. So you start off with 11 by 4 1/4. So that's half a sheet. And for this, let me just grab a sheet here. Okay, 11 by 8 1/2. So you cut it in half this way, 4 1/4. And you're going to use for the base the whole length of that. Now, when you can, like a lot of times I will cut it in half this way and score it this way for my paper, for my cards, but you can cut it this way and score it this way, and that gives you the cards that stand up. Let me just see, do I have a card base here? A lot of times people call it more like a hot dog. Let's just see, I should have thought to have one of these out and I didn't know. I think it's this one. Here's one, and I'll just show you the other way. So most of the time I make my cards to open like this, you know, or if I want it like that. These cards, see, so it's really, if you see, so this was like that, okay, and so just so, and some people call this like a hamburger, and some like this more like the hot dog style. So this is really, you're taking this kind of a card base, and then you score on here. Now the way that this was scored was that this was, so it's 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So the 5 1/2, that's the size of the regular card. If you'd made just the, you know, that regular card, and the 2 3/4 is half of that. Now, if you want, this doesn't, you could have done, I could have done this more like to have it be a little smaller and have some of this show, you know, but so you do have a few options here. All right, but just to make it easy, I took one of those and then I just folded the front back on itself. Okay, so if you had a card and you were making it like this and you wanted to do this, you just turn it to the side, fold that in half. All right, then for the other piece, this is a little bit smaller. This is 9 3/4, and then it's scored at 9 3/4, and then the person that I watched did a 3-inch one. I didn't want it that big, so I decided to do a little smaller. So I did this at 2 1/2 inches. Okay, but the height of this, or how big this is, it could be, I have this down here, just alternates. Oh, that's not the right one. I grabbed the wrong card. Here I am. Wait a minute. Is it in here? Here it is. I apologize. When I started to write and I did that, and I didn't do that the way I liked it. So it's 11 by 4 1/2, scored at 5 1/2, or 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. That was this one. All right. Now this one, we're going to just go down to here. This is 9 3/4, and then I scored it at 4 1/4 and 7 inches. So I went from this way, 4 1/4 and 7 inches. So I guess if we do it this way, because let me see how big is, do I have my, so if you didn't want to open it that far, you could do it. In this case, I did 2 3/4 and another, and then at 5 1/2. Okay, so that's really half on here. You don't have to have it be in half. You can, again, you can play with this a little. You just have to be careful, because you want it, you want to be, whatever you do, you want to be able to, when it opens up, you know, you want it to be able to fold down flat, and when it opens up to be like this. You don't want it so too small or too big, because then they don't line up well. But so I kept pretty much to the place, scoring the same place, and what I played with more was how big is this piece, like how high. Okay, she did a 3-inch one, I did a 2 1/2, and I've got another one I'll show you in a minute that's a little bit smaller. Okay, a little bit shorter. All right, so then you need designer series paper for each of these parts. So for this part, this part right here is just the same size as like the card front or the inside of a card, an A2 card. Okay, so this paper, and actually I'm going to put this way. This paper is 4 by 5 1/4. Then for here, these are each, again, they're 4 inches tall and they're 2.5. You really just want it to be about a 1/4 inch narrower in each direction. Okay, so because this part right here is 5.5 by 4.25, you make this 5.25 by 4. Okay, this was 5.25 this way, and it's 2 3/4 this way. So you're going to make your piece be 5.5. So this is 5.25, and this was 2 3/4 this way. So it's going to be 2.5. And the same for this. These are both the same measurements. And okay, so, and then for this piece is, on this one I'm going to put the glitzy side up. But you could do it either way. You put the glitzy side back here and the more subtle side in front. It's however you want it. But this one, the designer series paper, is 4 inches, because that's 4 inches this way, because that was 4.25, and 2.25 by 2.25. And then you're going to have 2 that are 2.25. Turn it the right way, by 2.5. Okay, so they will go like that. All right, so let me just, here's my one over there, but just do this. So down here, because I decided I wanted to have the more subtle here and the glitzy on there, but as I said, you can do it the other way. And where did I put, all right, I guess I'm gonna just do this. I thought I had a tape runner here, but I don't. I moved it. It's okay. So you can do some glue, or you can do it. And the shells really go every which way, so you can just let me move that up there so you can see it better. So it's whatever way you like how they look. Okay. Make sure I'm on if I'm still in the camera view. And with these, okay, I want those to go that direction. And this to go. Okay. So I recommend that you just put all of your designer series paper on first. Okay, now this one, we're going to do the glitzy side, so we put the glue on the more subtle side. Okay, there's that one. And then get the corners here a little bit, make sure it's going to really stay down. Oh yeah. Oh, for a second, I don't know, I put it the wrong side. No, I didn't. Oh. And again, you can play around with these, turn them whichever way you like the best. So let me let that sit for a minute. Okay. So you're going to have the longer side, the bigger side to the right here. And on this one, you're going to have the bigger side to the left. Now, what I found worked the best was to set this down. Now, this one I decided I'm going to, just like the other ones, I'm going to have this be flush with the bottom. But you can have it up higher. If you wanted it more like this, you could do that because it'll still stand up, okay? Or you could have it down here. And since I did that first one this way, well, maybe I will put it up just to look. So I want to show you a couple different things here. So how I did the first one is I put it down here, okay? This part and this part, how that attaches is the same, whether you have it like this or whether you have it up more like that. This one I am going to put up a little more because the other one, I'm going to do one more and it has some other different. differences. Now, oh, I scared myself for a minute. This piece is going to go, you want glue totally on this piece, okay? This other one, you don't want it all on. But this is what I want to do because I want to make sure I get this. Yeah, I want it about like that. So, yeah. So I put the glue on that, just on that side, and I, you know, where I wanted it, and then this is going to go over the front, so I wanted that to fit inside there, and I want to make sure it's really going to open and close properly. So I put that down there. Now on here, you don't want to go past this point with your glue. So one of the easiest things to do is to just do a little bit on this end, and then, and with that hit there, you'll see about how wide it is. And then just over on this side, okay? And I could have put it out a little further there, but, so see? So here, where's the one I showed you a minute ago? Oh, here it is. So what's different here, this one I put it all the way to the bottom. This had the same measurements, but I moved it up just a little bit, okay? Because I wanted to show you, you could do it either way, all right? And, okay, so then you're going to decorate. However, you're going to choose what you want the sayings to be on here. Okay, so let me just see. I think I'm going to do Thinking of You. And with the clear ones, I put them on the table and then pick it up with the black because I found, with my experience, I found that the experiences I've had, I found that it's actually a little bit better to do that because then they usually go on there straight. If I want them straight, that's the way I do it because they can, when you put it on, let me just show you. If you put it on this way, I don't know what that, some yucky there. This way, this one's not too bad, but sometimes, especially if they're thinner, sometimes, like a thinner thing, sometimes they can get just a little wonky. Like that's not straight. Now, what the nice thing is, if you did want this curved a little bit, is you could then curve it. That's, so if you want it, and you can just kind of see on the black, is that how you like it? You want it a little different, so you can make it a curved thing. So let me just, let me just to show you. Where's get my Stampin' Pierce mat to get a better, okay. See, so that does that. But if you want it straight, put it on and pick it up. Okay, so just to show you that, and it's because they're more flexible than the rubber stamps are. All right, so, all right. Oh, looks like I got that a little crooked on there. Oh well, it maybe should have been. It's fine. It may, oh, you know what? I bet it is straight. It's just the way that those are on there. They make it look a little crooked. Okay, here, I just can feel a little bit of glue here. So I'm going to take I probably put it down. I think I set it down and then moved it. But okay, wow, taking up some of the paper. Anyway, so there's that. Now, I don't want to use this color. I think I'm going to use the pink. The Blushing Bride. I use Blushing Bride with this. The colors they recommend was Petal Pink, but I thought I liked the Blushing Bride with this just a little better. And so it's always your choice. They suggest what colors they think, but you can use the color, you know, what you think works best. So let me just see, I've got some white pieces here somewhere. All right, so then I wanted to say, thinking of you. And it could have maybe been up a little bit, but, and then I thought I might put it, let me just see, do I have one that's a little thinner? Not that I can't trim this down, I can, but let me just see in my scraps here. Oh, I maybe don't. No, that's, oh wait, here's one. Is that gonna, no, it's the same, but same size, but let me just see here. I think I might want to trim down the white because it's a little bit thicker than I want it. So it's not much. I'm just going to do like that. I think I like that a little better, but I don't know if it's still, is this going to work? Yeah, that'll work. I want just that very little bit of pink around it. I don't want a big border. I could have a bigger border if I want. I think I'm going to trim just a smidge off here. But sometimes I cut it by hand and then that moves so it's still crooked. I don't always do it with, sometimes I do it with scissors. It's just, part of it just depends because I'm not the best with scissors, with cutting straight, but okay. Hopefully you can see this here. Move this over here. Well, there, it's a little off, but that's okay. I'm just going to do this. It's okay. Some people say too, if it's, maybe just make it look like it's supposed to look like that. Okay, so this one, I'm going to put this right here, and I think I'm going to use some dimensionals just to give it a little more presence there, because it's a small, since it's a small greeting. Oh, where's my, moved my bucket there. Thinking of you, and I think I'm going to close this up for a minute. And I could have done that even if it, with the brown if I wanted. Okay, or I could have done it with my gold embossing. And then oh, that's the wrong pink. See that doesn't, but anyway, I forgot that is the wrong pink. But you could even just do like this. You don't even necessarily even have to have it, which I think I might just do that without the pink behind it. Just kind of like that. I'm going to try that. And so I put a little bit of glue on here. And there's that. Thinking of you. And then if you want, you could put something, another sentiment here and something here. I was thinking mostly here. And what I wanted to say, where's my, oh, here they are. I'm hiding them on myself. Oh, amazing. I wanted to do the amazing. Oh, did I take it out? I did. Oh, here it is. Silly. Is that going to fit? Yeah, yes, because what's going to happen is it's going to end up going over just a little bit, but that's okay because, again, that's to be thinner. Do I have a little thinner one right here? I think that'll work on there. Yep, that'll go on there. So, whoop. Grab this. Now that's stuck to there. Ooh, get it over. Oh, I know why I didn't use this. It's a little, didn't turn out as well as I wanted, but I didn't have my Stampin' Pierce mat underneath. Okay, try this again. That's a little better. All right, that's going to be good enough. And let's see here. Okay, again, this one I'm just going to try, even though I'm not that good at it. Just cut it like that. And this needs to be a little thinner. Do I have, that's too thin. Let me just see. Nope, that's this. This is not straight, is what part of that is. That'll work though. Let's see which side looks, yeah, that does look better. Making sure. Oh, didn't need that big blob right there that came out. And then I'm just going to put this one. Oh, that was from the other day. So easy to get. And this is a little bit longer maybe than you might want it, but as long as it, so if I, there, you are amazing beyond measure. And if you want, you could put another shell here. I don't have another shell right now, and I don't want to take the time to cut it, but, and again, you could put gold. If you have some gold, I'm trying to see what else I may have. I'm just going to use some of these again, I guess. Wait, is that the littlest one? No, not the little one. This little one. Here, let me close this up or I'm going to have my finger in it. It'll be all over everything next thing I know. So put this, maybe put a think right there by the thinking of you. There. There. Okay, or if you wanted, you could move that over here. Let's see, maybe I will because it's a little close to that other one if I can get this off. Sometimes it'll come off. So maybe more like that. And if you want some, which now that I made that little, you also could, it's usually recommended that you have odd numbers just because that's kind of more like in nature. So there's 3 and then you open up and you can see there's 5. I don't know that I like that down there though. Actually, maybe I'll just put it even right here. There, I think I like that better. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to show you one other that's got something else, not just is the thickness of it, of like the height of this a little different, but see, this one's really thin. So this one, I have it backwards. On that one, I didn't do it quite right. I do see that that's over just a little bit, so I think I'm going to just trim that off. Okay, and this is, I think this one was like 1.5 inches. Let me just make sure because I don't have my trusty ruler here. The width on this, yeah, is 1.5. Whoop. And I have seen people do ones, sometimes even the whole, even a little bit wider so that this even goes all the way over there, you know, like from corner to corner, okay? So, but then again, this is Now this one I'm not sure. Let me just see. I don't like the back on this quite as much. But I don't know if it'll feel like too much if I have it. Oh, I cut that wrong. But anyway, it's a little bit narrower than it should be, but that's all right. Well, because I trimmed that down, this is going to be too big, isn't it? Let me see. Oh no, that'll work. Oh, that part works. So let me just, but then what I wanted to see was, am I going to be happy with this or like this? Oop. Or is that going to be too much? Okay. I just wasn't sure. I like the front of this one. Well, the others I loved both sides. This one I'm not quite as sure about this other side, but let me just see if I do it like that. And this is more like this. Well, I'm gonna just do the one. Definitely makes it stand out a little more. Let me try one other thing. What if I just did one? So see, these are other things. We have all these choices. What do we want our choices to be? or maybe this, even more like that. And let me see. Especially if you're going to do some gold on the front. That might be interesting to do it like that. Let me try that. Just something different. You know, and as I said, we each can do it, you know, like just do it the way you like. Oh, here it is. Like, oh, what did I do with it? So I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it just to be a little different. I may not like it, but sometimes we have to try something that we're maybe not quite as comfortable with. Get ourselves out of our little rut. I think I want that this way. Okay. Have this go here and this go like that. Okay. I'm getting glue all over my fingers. I'm doing real good with that today. Making a mess of things. Okay. I wanted that more open area right there. I'm making a mess. And yeah, I'm out of the camera view a little bit here, aren't I? This one I'm going to put the dark side showing. Ooh, the dark side. Come over to the dark side. All right. That. Okay. So if I do this, let me just make sure this is what I want. It should have been a little longer, but you know, I know what I'm going to do. I may trim that one end off just a smidge. So let me just do this. Maybe I didn't measure correctly, and because this end I think I'm gonna, hopefully you can, I don't know if you can see this, move this stuff here, make it more from this end. I'm just gonna, it's a little longer than I wanted it to be, so I'm just gonna go like that. Okay. Oh, I've got glue again all over my fingers today with this. Okay. Now there's that one, and what did I do with the other piece? I just had it here. Oh, here it is. Now to these. Okay. All right. We're gonna see. This is all right. Do that. Do I bring the wipes in? I did. Let me just try and wipe my fingers off here a little bit to make it a little easier to finish putting this together. So I think I kind of like it, alternating it like that. I kind of like that. Especially because I'm not as fond of that side, so it like breaks it up a little. Gonna share the wealth there. And the gold. Okay. So again, this could be down like this. It could be up more like this. I think I'm going to put this one down. And if you don't want it all the way down, you could even just do it like that too, which maybe that's what I'll try on this one. Okay, so just do this one end and fold this way. Okay, so that's folded. See, that's like that. And this is folded because this is going to go inside there. And I could put it a little bit more to the left or pull it out a little more to the right. Just do that. Like that. Okay. Now, for this side, again, we're going to put the glue on this side. And because when we put this down, we can see exactly where that needs to go. We can bring it over a little bit. Okay. So then we're going to put that down just like that. Make sure it closes properly. Just hold it for... Okay, so there. That one's also closer to the bottom. It's not totally down. See, I left that little... I wanted to do it like that. Okay. And what I will end up... I'm going to finish here, and I will... Because I think I'm going to... I'm not sure if I'm going to... I think I may just do some leaves for this. Like, see, that leaf could be kind of neat there. Some gold leaves. And I want to take up the time to, but the basic would be 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2 and 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So that gives you this. So really you start with one of your cards that you've cut and folded like this. So that's the 5 1/2. Okay, and then this one, if you want it just in half like I did, that's 2 3/4, or you can just like bend this back on itself, you know, put like line the edges, the corners and the edges up. Or you could, if you wanted a little bit showing here, you could do that. Okay, and then this piece down here is 9 3/4 inches long. Okay, and you score it at the 4 1/4 inch and 7 inch. But how big it is this way is up to you. It could be 3 inches, which would be, you know, because this, the first one I did, these two are done. These are actually 2 1/2 inches, I think is what I said. Yes, 2 1/2 inches. Wait, I look at the right thing. Yes. Okay, so these are both 2 1/2 inches. It's funny because that one looks bigger, but it's just because of the difference in color. This one was 1 1/2. Okay, but you could do 3 inches, make it bigger, like make it wider than this, another 1/2 inch. 1 3/4, a little bit bigger than this. the one person I saw, it was more like an inch all along, and they made it longer. They did do 11 inches. And so you'd have to kind of figure out then exactly where you would want to do this. But as I said, I've seen them where they go from edge to, like all along the bottom, just a very thin one. And then maybe use that and put things like glue things on top of it to come up higher, like a tree or something like that. Okay. So, and I do like, so here's these. I'm going to put them so you can see them. And as I said, I'm just going to set that on there just because I think I'm going to do some more gold leaves to put on there. I may even, I have to think about this, whether I want to just do my sentiment in the green or do I want to do it in gold. I may do it in gold embossing powder. Because really, your choices are kind of endless there. Just your imagination, the paper you have, the ink colors you have, if you want to emboss or not emboss. You could even, if you wanted to add a little more, this paper, it's got a lot of texture just from the colors and the designs on it. But if you wanted to, you could even put like those through an embossing folder to add more depth or, more texture. So that's our double Z fold card. I will put these measurements down for you below. I'm going to also share this on my YouTube page. All right, and if possible, I'll be back again next Tuesday. If not, it'll be the week after. It just definitely isn't going to be all week. Okay, just how it is, and getting really busy this summer. I may have to adjust how often I get to actually do my lives, but looking forward to all the excitement and all the fun this summer. I hope you are having a nice summer as well, and hope that you enjoy your crafting. So until we meet again, everyone, happy crafting. Bye-bye.